No, it's fine. Ready?
Hello everyone, my name is Mia Anderson and our guest on the show today is Hannah Liddy. Welcome Hannah, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm pretty good myself. So today we will be discussing the novel Their Eyes Are Watching God. Alright Hannah, I have a question for you. So Hurston, the author, has received criticism for using dialect in her novel. Some feel that this choice produced a negative portrayal of African Americans. Choose a side and argue your case to support or refute this point. What are your thoughts?
Well, I obviously think that this language was definitely difficult to read, and I think that a lot of kids in our class believed so too. But yeah, I definitely think that it portrayed blacks almost as uneducated, and it gave them this inferior look on just life, I think. And I think that it wasn't true that all blacks were uneducated. I think that not all of them talked like this. I think it was more of a Southern thing, but that's just my opinion. But in the book specifically, I think that especially Janie and her husband Logan, I think that they especially don't, like, their language doesn't reflect on how smart they were, because I know me and you couldn't create a town
Definitely not
on our own. That literally, you need so many different skills for that. You need like dedication, hard work, all that kind of stuff, and you need to be smart. You need knowledge, and I think that the language definitely made it hard for us to believe. Like I know I was surprised when I was like, whoa, they're creating a town. Like that's pretty hard. But yeah, I think that's yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, but before I do you want to tell me a little bit about Palm Beach and what happened?
Oh yeah, okay. So at Palm Beach there was a hurricane, and Tea Cake was down there, and there were white people that were forcing all the blacks to help clean up all the dead bodies, and I think that also can relate to the language, because it just shows again like how racism and prejudice was just like all over the South back then, and these white people were literally holding guns to their heads saying you have to clean up these bodies, and I think that shows how superior the whites thought they were to the blacks, and one of the reasons could have been because how they were talking, and that they are uneducated and they don't have that higher authority, and I think that the whites didn't respect them as much.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That was a great answer.
Thank you.
All right, last question. So this you were asked that some feel that this choice produced a negative portrayal of African Americans. Would you say that this portrayal might be negative, but was it correct?
I think in some cases it definitely was correct. I think some blacks were inevitably not educated because during the time they just didn't have the same resources we did, and they weren't allowed in schools because it was segregated. And I think that it's sad, but blacks just didn't receive the same education we did, and I think that definitely affected their language, and it definitely I can see this language being spoken with black Southerners, but I don't think that it reflects on blacks as a whole.
Okay. You had some really great answers here tonight. You answered the question well. I couldn't have done it better myself.
Thank you, Mia.
So thank you for having us on the show. We would love to have you back, and have a great night, everyone.
Thank you!